of Babita Deokaran. We take you now to Nqobile Madlala. Nqobile, a good morning to you.
Good morning, Naledi. Yes, indeed, I am with the family member who's just been speaking to us about how they remember Babita. It's been a while now. It's been 3 years since they have lost her. And I want to start from those memories that you were telling us, the kind of person that she was. Could you kindly explain to us, Bishop?
Good morning, ma'am, to you and to the viewers. Yes, Babita was a wonderful person, a very fun-loving person that engaged continuously with the entire family. Well, if we look at Babita, she was the life of the party in our family. But as a colleague at the workplace, I think her friends describe her as somebody that was very noble and honest, and somebody that did her work very, very diligently, a very loving person.
And of course, when her passing happened 3 years ago, this must have affected the family quite badly. How are they feeling now?
Well, 3 years ago on this day, our family was shattered. We were shattered at the news that Babita was shot 12 times, and then we realized this was a hit on her. And, to say the least is that pain has never left the family. 3 years on today, we still relive that fatal day on the 23rd of August 2021. We'll never forget that day when our beloved Babita was snatched away from us. So the hurt and the pain, the agony that the family feels is something that we relive every anniversary as well.
And I understand that when she passed, she had a daughter which has finished her matric last year. Yes. How is she doing?
Daughter is coping very well. Fortunately, Babita brought her up as a very strong, mature, and independent young lady. Her daughter excelled in matric, and she's doing very well in university this year. But, truth be said, it is difficult for her in the absence of her mother, especially on all her milestones that she's achieving right now. She would have loved to have her mother celebrate that with her as well.
And of course, she was going to blow a lid in this corruption case. You had 6 people that were arrested and I understand convicted at this point. Yes. But do you feel that as a family you've received the justice that you deserve?
No, certainly not. Certainly not. Those 6 people that are serving their sentence were just the ones that carried out the hit. But the person, the mastermind behind this has not yet been apprehended. And it is a sad thing for us. It hurts us because we assume that the mastermind is living a normal life with his or her family. Everything is going on well, enjoying the money from the corruption. And here we have Babita's family, in pain, and her daughter without a mother. So justice has not been fully done, unfortunately.
And whilst you speak about justice, there are many people that are out there, like Babita, yes, who would like to speak about corruption or who have started that, and their lives are sort of threatened. Her passing questioned a lot about how South Africa is able to protect whistleblowers. You are a family now. You have suffered that loss. Do you feel that there's been a lot that's been done to help whistleblowers?
You know what, ma'am, unfortunately, there's not much that is being done. We cannot see anything tangible. There's a lot of things that are spoken by government officials, especially on these memorial services that we hold for Babita, and on other platforms, we hear a lot of things in theory. But when it comes to the practice, I don't think there's a lot of protection and the promotion of whistleblowers and their families as well. So we feel that justice is not being done for whistleblowers, and it's not, the whistleblowers are not encouraged to speak out. They are more fearful than anything else because the protection that has been promised, I don't think that's taking place. That's not in place as yet.
And just as we conclude, would you perhaps just give me an idea? As the family, what would you like to see happen as remembering Babita as a form of also justice?
Well, our family, we would like to see first and foremost is those that were responsible for the ordering of her assassination must be brought to book. Secondly, we'd like to encourage other whistleblowers not to be fearful, but to speak out for the sake of this country, because corruption must be eradicated at all cost. And it is rather unfortunate that in the midst of financial corruption, that the poor suffer. And this is what Babita died for. She laid down her life for the poorest of the poor of Tembisa Hospital. She fought for them because the money was intended for them. So we pray that, this new government of national unity will be able to prevent corruption and eradicate fraud and corruption, very especially in government, and turn the perception of what the country thinks about our government. We want to see a government for the people, in favor of the people, and the masses of the people benefiting from the finances of government.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is Tony Haripersadh. Now, lady, a family that's still hurt, and they're saying that they're still shattered 3 years later. But what they want is justice, and not just for Babita, but also for all the whistleblowers to have a right to be able to speak out. Back to you, Naledi.